Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Literally don't even bother until you have mastered doing nothing. Doing nothing is the key. Doing nothing is quite literally everything. There is no point binge reading self-help book or binge consuming self-help content, listening to podcasts, watching TikToks, watching YouTube videos if you cannot do nothing. Doing nothing is not listening to a podcast while you go for a walk. Doing nothing is not reading in bed. Doing nothing is doing nothing. Like, I am so serious about this. I schedule nothing time into my day.
And that's great, I'm really happy for you, but me, I just don't want to turn into a vegetable.
Girls, I'm going to be brutally honest here. You know when you post a thirst trap on your Instagram story, but you don't actually post it on your profile grid because you blatantly don't want anybody else to see it other than your specific person, do you not think that that person energetically picks up on the fact that you've just posted it just for them? Not to mention the 50 other DMs that you're going to get from 50 random guys that you probably don't even know or even care about, and your nan's probably seen it.
Yeah, you're posting a thirst trap, you know exactly what you're doing. You're not posting it for that specific person, you're posting it for the 50 DMs you're gonna get from those 50 guys.
Things I would avoid doing this Mercury retrograde, which lasts until December 15th. First one's pretty obvious. I wouldn't rush into making any important decisions. Mercury retrogrades are not the time to act on your decision. Time to reflect on your options and kind of weigh your options. Rather than acting on impulse, the first thought that you get, it's more likely that you're going to regret these decisions later on because the usual clarity of mind just is lacking right now. Next thing, I would avoid signing any contracts. This can be for work, this could be marriages, anything contract related. Wait until Mercury goes back direct. Again, because anything you sign now you could want to go back on later on. This is a good time to review contracts though. So if there's something that you need to sign or decide on soon, again, I would wait, but I would reflect on these contracts and I would review them. I would also avoid getting into any committed relationships or partnerships during this time. It's likely that if you start a relationship during a Mercury retrograde, it usually doesn't last.
They don't last because of who you are, not because some planet is microwaving again. I'm glad that Mercury does, because we didn't have that all the way since yesterday. Don't take any major decision, don't sign any contract until December, whatever. That's why some people are CEOs, they have their own businesses, they're millionaires or billionaires, while others sit on their couches doing nothing, listening to some lunatic telling them not to make any major decision. Just imagine having a job you hate, working minimum wage, when suddenly your dream job comes up and you're not gonna take that opportunity because Mercury.
I'm in the car, I'm not driving anywhere, it's hot outside. I went on a date the other day, I know, let's calm down. And kids got brought up and I said, I don't want kids. And I have always not wanted kids. Since I found out you didn't have to have them, I was like, that's fine, because I don't think I want them. And I've never wavered on that. I've always never wanted kids. I say that to him, I ask him, and you, and he says basically, yeah, I thought I always wanted to be a dad, but like that changed recently, and he said he would be open to the possibility of never having them. And I fear sometimes that's what men say when they want to continue seeing you, but they know that your morals don't align, your values.
Oh, you should absolutely never see him again. Of course, that could have been the truth and not a lie to keep seeing you, considering he could have lied by saying, yeah, me too, never wanted kids. But maybe he thought you're way too smart and you would have seen through that. Just like I think you see through all men when we say, we really don't care what you want or don't want.
Men just can't handle the fact that I do not want kids. They just can't handle it. I don't want kids. Nothing's wrong with me. A kid didn't attack me. Like, I just don't want them.
A mother-in-law claims that her former chef daughter-in-law is forcing an alternative lifestyle on everyone by offering to cook a vegan Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, yeah, turkey usually is the centerpiece for a traditional Thanksgiving feast, so this mother-in-law is crying foul. See what I did there? Sorry, terrible joke. Moving on. The former chef's sister-in-law shared the family's turmoil in Slate's Dear Prudence column. The sister-in-law is usually tasked with hosting Thanksgiving dinner at her house, but this year, the sister-in-law, former chef named Carissa, offered to host Thanksgiving at her new house. Carissa is vegan, and she doesn't force her food-related beliefs on anyone else, and apparently she makes some pretty tasty vegan dishes, because, you know, former chef. And when it was announced that in addition to hosting, Carissa would be preparing an all-vegan meal for the holiday, everyone lost their minds. They cried tyranny and said it would ruin Thanksgiving, and the mother-in-law was the loudest detractor. The sister-in-law stood up for Carissa, who just wanted to make a delicious meal for the family, and she told everyone that if they were so set on a traditional meal, then they can stay home and cook.
Exactly, and I would be more than happy to do that when the alternative is you ruin my tradition. She doesn't force her food-related beliefs on anyone else, except that's exactly what she's doing. It's fine if you go visit on a random day and the only thing she has to eat is grass, but it's also fine if you, even as a vegan, understand that people do care about traditions.
Okay, I'm out with a man. Is this a date?
Yeah.
Okay. We're on a first date. I had to make sure he's telling people it's a date. And I went on his phone to help him because he's 45 and he has his pictures so it flips and you look ugly in those. So I fixed it and I went on his phone because I'm crazy. You know, that's what you're supposed to do on the first date. And this was in his search. We love a king that does his research.
And as it turns out, he loves a queen that's crazy for about a week, until he finds his clothes on fire, or your name signed on the side of his car, or 100 random phone calls at 2 a.m. with you yelling at him for ruining your entire life even though you only saw each other for like a week. But you know what? A huge shout out to him for taking one for the team so the rest of us don't have to.
I know that violence is not the answer, but yes, it is.
Until a man takes you up on that offer and then it's, oh my god, I didn't know it hurts that bad. That's how you know nothing ever happened to her, cause if it did, she wouldn't be saying stuff like that. But since we're talking about something stupid, let me read this for everyone just listening. Just a friendly reminder that they do come back if you start eating again. What the hell is that even supposed to mean? You were not eating until he came back? Or because he didn't came back in time to pay the $4.99 a month you couldn't afford food?
Guys, why are we working? Like, why? How did that happen? We were born on a planet, and because we were born here, we just have to pay to exist.
Crazy, right? Well, unlike the lady from earlier, I need to eat to exist. For me to eat, I need to make money, and to make money, I need to work. I could, instead of complaining about having to work, move into the middle of the woods and grow a garden. But that's also work, and nobody likes that.
There are some men out there who only take women out just for supply, just for the knowledge and subsequent ego boost that because of your agreement to go on the date and bonus points if you're enthusiastic on the date, that he still has it like that just to feed his flaccid ego. Don't let any guy use you as a scratching post just to sharpen their pulling claws.
I have no idea what the hell that was. I mean, I do have a nail clipper, but at least I'm glad to see the experts on men return. I'm only taking women out on dates just for supply. What supply? Supply of what? What are you even talking about? I'm gonna let you ladies in on a little secret. We do not think about you that much or that often. What we usually think about is work, family, pay, bills, friends, or if you're someone like me, how the hell do I have so much month left at the end of my money?
Cause it feels so empty without me.
So, what's everybody thankful for?
Can you pass them out?
And happy Thanksgiving to everyone celebrating it. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.